Hello and welcome to Golden Wings Angel Card Readings. Today I'd like to start with the Earth signs, and I'd like to start with the sign of Taurus, Sun, Moon, or Rising, and I'd like to do the reading for life, purpose, and career for July and August 2017. For this reading, I'll be pulling 3 cards from the Archangel Power Tarot by Doreen Virtue and Radley Valentine, Angel Tarot by Doreen Virtue and Radley Valentine. I'll be pulling a single card from the Life Purpose Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue and a single card from Healing with the Fairies by Doreen Virtue. In these readings, I've already done the shuffling ahead of time. I've gotten grounded, I've gotten centered, I've asked my guides to come in, and I've shuffled the cards simply so that we can get straight to your reading, and on camera you cannot spend the time, 10, sometimes 15 minutes that it takes me to get the cards shuffled and get the right cards for the reading. So this is for Taurus, again, July and August 2017, Life, Purpose, and Career reading, and here we go. So I had shuffled the Power Tarot, and we have gotten 3 cards from that. The first card is the High Priestess. The second card is the 8 of Ariel. And the third card is the 10 of Michael on your top row. On the bottom row, which is from the Angel Tarot, we shuffle for 3 cards, and on the left we have the 2 of Fire. Right in the middle we have the Ace of Earth. Such a pretty card. And on the end, Major Arcana energies with Awakening. Okay. So underneath these decks is underlying energy or base energy of the reading. We have 10 of Gabrielle. So 2 10s. And 4 of Fire. 4 of Fire. Okay, so I'm going to show you these kind of how I see them here, and go ahead and get started. So these 3 cards here are all in a row. Let me see if I can get this right here. This right-left thing I have trouble with, the backwards things on the camera. We have the High Priestess. Right in the middle we have the 8 of Ariel, and then we have the 10 of Michael, which is actually off to the left. And so basically, when I look at these cards, with the 10 of Michael, we'll start there, you basically have the end of a cycle coming into play. I mean, this is a young lady here. She's taking her final bow. Something has come to an end. This card can be have a little bit of drama with the ending. It can have some sadness attached to it. But all in all, it's kind of a card that shows relief at an ending. So even though there may be some sadness at some energies that are leaving and going out, there's also a general feeling of relief that you're glad it's done, you're taking a bow, and it's time to move on to something else. So, and remember that a 10 is a gateway. It's an ending of one sort, but it's only an ending so that something else can begin. It's not a final ending. Right in the middle, you have the 8 of Ariel. As you can see, there's a student right here, and that's really what this card is talking about. This card here is talking about either going back to school, researching a little bit more, or learning a little bit more about your trade, whatever it is. So with regards to career and life purpose, you may find yourself in the next couple of months with a really strong urge to either go back to school or to do some self-learning picking up some books on subjects you're interested in, or taking a career that you already have and going deeper into that career and learning a little bit more about it so that you can get more involved. Major Arcana energy, High Priestess, right here. And this energy here is usually a call to get a little more grounded and use your intuition to see things that you may not be seeing right on the surface. So a lot of times this card is saying that there may be, things that haven't materialized yet for you. And when I say materialized, I don't necessarily mean on a material plane. I mean there may be facts and things that you don't know about yet that will be unveiled or uncovered as you go along here in the next couple of months. If you want to get a little more clarity on this, the idea here is when you can't see something right in front of you, then what you want to do is kind of ground yourself, take a few deep breaths. This is either the time for meditation, journaling, taking a walk outside, to where you can have intuition and insights and aha moments come to you that are not necessarily something that's obvious and right in front of your face. Okay, in this next row, we have the Two of Fire, the Ace of Earth, and the Major Arcana card right next to that. I always go the wrong direction first, which is Awakening. There we go. And that's how they look on the bottom row. Okay. Two of Fire. The text on the Two of Fire, you've come into your own new partnerships or contracts, continue to move forward. This is a card about feeling very secure in yourself. So if you've been having lack of confidence with regards to your career and life purpose, this card is saying that's starting to fade out, and what's starting to come in here is a real confidence, and maybe for the first time a real idea of who you are and where you'd like to go, and some general ideas of what you might like to see for your career and life purpose. So if things were a little muddled before and you didn't quite feel like you really even knew who you were in order to even ask for what you wanted, that's going to change here over these next 2 months. And you may find that partnerships are prominent in here. There may be somebody coming into your life that's going to help you ground this energy even more. In the middle, we have the Ace of Earth. Just such a lovely card. This right here, for career and life purpose, this is the beginning of a new cycle for you. So yes, you have these ending cycles that we've looked at, but this is the beginning of a new cycle. And this new cycle is grounded in, a lot of energy coming to you for creation, manifestation, anything else you'd like that way, abundance, promising business venture, important documents and contracts. Now, I'm going to say this, with important documents and contracts though, I do want you to take just a small beat, right? And because there may be something that you don't quite know right off the bat, make sure that you look at these contracts that might be coming your way very closely, so that just in case, it's not because there's something bad coming your way. This is a very powerful, very positive energy card, the Ace of Earth, and so is the High Priestess. It's just saying that if you do have some contracts come in, or you do have something where you want to start a new partnership or a new venture, and this is where you're going with your career and life purpose, make sure that you've taken the time to ground and see or feel your way through any other information that you may not have readily available to you. Another major arcana card is the Awakening, or Awakening. This is with Archangel Gabriel. It says, look at things from a different perspective, a temporary standstill. It's important to be yourself. So let's say that you have, you've wanted to go back to school, you've got this new idea, you've got this thing coming in here where you're ready to research, you're ready to get it done, and you're also coming into your own where you're feeling a lot more confident and you're ready to move forward with something. You've grounded yourself out and you've said to yourself, okay, I've grounded out here, I've done some meditation, I feel good about proceeding. And then this card comes up to say, hey, if there's a short delay, don't let that throw you. Okay, this card is about taking a delay only to look at other options. It's not a delay as in a pause in the action that's not going to restart. This card is a delay for you to go inside yourself and look at this new business venture or these new energies you have coming to you or these new feelings that you have. These are all new with regards to career and life purpose. All of this stuff coming at you, it's saying take a moment, take a beat to look at it from a completely different perspective. And also it's saying that if you have some eccentric ideas or something pops into your head that's not exactly in the mainstream, don't just discard that. Sometimes our eccentricities are our greatest gifts. Sometimes the things about you that make you unique, either the way you approach a problem or maybe the way that you decide to handle a problem or the way that you jump in to a new venture. Maybe these things are all unique. Maybe these things are not the standard norm that other people would encounter. That's okay. This card is saying that if that's you, and if this is energy coming to you, and you don't feel traditional on this, you feel like there is some uniqueness that you bring to the table or in your approach, it's saying take a second. You're going to jump in already, but take a second to look at it from some different angles and allow your unique brand or blend or whatever you'd like to call it, allow that in to the energies that you're experiencing. Don't shut that out just because it seems like it's not mainstream or wouldn't be acceptable, right? It's not about what's acceptable to other people. It's about what feels good to you. So if you take a beat and you sort of go inside yourself and you really find that you have some different ways of approaching whatever new business venture is coming, whatever new abundance is coming your way, whatever you're getting started with, because it does look like there's something starting here. There's a lot of passionate new energy coming in. The fact that you're getting your self-confidence back together, the fact that you are going to have an urge to do some more research. Basically, all of this is coming in, and the 10 of Michael up there saying that there is a definite ending that is freeing you for something new. So if this something new is coming in, and you have a different take on it, or a non-traditional take, or a unique take that's all your own, don't be afraid of that. Run with that. That is what's going to make this possibly a venture that's going to be very strong and very important for you. And maybe this very uniqueness of this card right here and your personality and the fact that you're growing into this card, right? Maybe before you wouldn't have even entertained these ideas of the awakening card. You would have said these energies were too far out there or nobody would listen to you. But this card is a card of being comfortable in your own skin. So if being unique, having an outside different opinion or a different way of looking at things is your uniqueness, this card is saying you're going to be comfortable with that. And if you go with that comfort zone, there is abundance, abundance, abundance waiting for you, right? Okay, on the bottom of the decks, as a basis for energy, we have a 4 of fire. I'm going to take this off so that I can show it to you without the glare. And the 4 of fire is a card of great celebration. So whatever else is going on in your life, you might, since this is career and life purpose, you may meet somebody since this is talking about partnering up and solidifying this confidence you have, you may very well meet somebody at a gathering. This could be a marital celebration, a party. You may very well meet the right contacts for your new endeavor, a new job, a new business venture. You may really meet these contacts at a celebration. So if you get an invite to something, make sure that you go. This is saying, this is your invite. Contentment, peace, and abundance. Another abundance card. A happy home life and the successful completion of a project. So with regards to career and life purpose, again, we've got some completion cards coming in here. This card is a little bit of a completion that, had to happen. It had to happen to make room for something else. And this card is a completion card that has joy attached to it. This card is simply joyous. It's a party, it's a celebration. It may very well be where you meet somebody that's influential to your idea or to a new job or to a new venture. Underneath the deck on this card as the basis is the 10 of Gabrielle. And this card is a little bit of a challenge card. We haven't pulled too many challenge cards for this reading, except for the 10 of Michael, which is obviously a challenge card because you've got an ending here that needed to occur. But that's, a little bit of a bummer. It's probably not something you were looking forward to, like, thank God, but at the same time you were like, thank God it's over, right? This card here is also a gateway card. It's also a 10, which also is the end of a cycle. But this card here talks about, it's kind of a burnout card. It's kind of that card where you're trying to do too much. You've got too many things going on, too many ideas happening, and you're not asking for any help. Okay, this person here is looking down. They're in a room, they're boxed in, they've got all this stuff around them, and they're not really recognizing that they have an angel right above them ready to help. They're not asking for help, they're not looking for help, and as a result, they're overwhelmed. And this card can be a card of overwhelm. So my guess is here that, as you start to research your goals with regards to your career and life purpose, and as you get all of these new perspectives, right, coming in, getting a little more confidence for being who you are, you've got all of this fresh energy. Here is this fresh energy, new career, new path, new energy coming in. That the way to deal with this 10 of Gabrielle card right here is going to be your High Priestess right here. It's going to be for you to take some time and get clear on the messages that you're being sent. Okay? It's very easy when you have all this new energy coming in to go off with that energy and be like, yes, this is over. It's finally ended. I've got all this new energy. I'm feeling good. I've met somebody. This partnership looks like it's promising. I've got contracts here. I've got energy. I'm going back to all this stuff. And then you're like, burnout, right? Overwhelmed, burnout, not asking for help. This card here will help you to be able to figure out the best way to get through this, okay? This card has some answers for you, but the only way you can get to those answers is if you get to a calm, peaceful place, you quiet down, and you look towards meditation or painting or artistic work, anything that takes you out of your normal thought range and puts you in a creative feeling zone. If that's taking a walk in nature, if that's hanging out with your pets, if that's maybe having an art class or doing one of those adult coloring books where you can get kind of lost in the coloring book as you're asking yourself, hey, what's going on with this? I need to tune into this and see if I can get this any better. Okay, so I've pulled a card from the Life Purpose deck. And the card for you, Taurus, for these next couple of months coming in, July and August for 2017, is, again, super positive card, infinite abundance. Infinite abundance. I mean, look at that. How exciting is this? I mean, if you're Taurus right now, you're looking at this saying, okay, I've got some endings coming up, but honestly, if you've been feeling like a lack of confidence, or like the universe hasn't been supporting you, or other people haven't been supporting you, or you have not been supporting yourself, I mean, we've got abundance, abundance. Underneath the deck over here, abundance, and then a very clear message, infinite abundance. And you know, the text reads, you are fully supported as you devote yourself to your life purpose, or your divine life purpose. And isn't that cool? I mean, we're doing a life purpose reading, and this says that everything is lining up behind you, okay? And the biggest thing about this card is that in order to fully realize this card, this would be your biggest challenge, okay, to that card, right? You've got the abundance. They're behind you. They're lining up. Your angels are lining up behind you. God, Earth Mother, guardian angels, animal spirits, they're all saying to you, this is a great time of creativity for you. It's a great time for forward progress over the next 2 months in any area regarding your life purpose and career. It's a very good forward momentum time, right? But you have to keep this out of the mix. You have to recognize that there's help available to you, and you have to not get burnt out or worry, okay? This card here is saying if you can keep it positive, right? Keep this positive energy going. Don't allow doubts to come in. Don't allow anything in your realm that's negative. And obviously the only reason that this is negative is because you're tired, because you've got all this stuff going on and you're not taking time to ask for help when you need it, okay? But another just great card, okay? Messages from our fairies for the next 2 months. And this is a very interesting card, Taurus, for career and life purpose. But it's also a card that is very inherent to your sign. The card here is sexuality, okay? And Tauruses are notoriously a very sensual sign. They enjoy beautiful things. They're very earthy and very sensual, okay? Where I think this is coming in for a life purpose and career reading, though, because obviously it's a very it's an interesting card, right, for this, is that our healing with the angels, they're trying to tell us that, you know, there are many aspects of our personality. There are many things that are important for our daily life. Okay, we have the face that we put on to other people, we have our inner desires, we have who we are, we have all of this stuff operating, but we have to have a balance. If you don't have a balance between your work life and your home life and who you are inside your sexuality and your sensual side and your nature, then you're not being authentic to who you are, and you probably will block some of this stuff coming in simply because you're not in a position where you're as open to receiving, because you're cutting an important part of yourself off, okay? So what this card is basically saying, and this would be for any reading, let alone life purpose and career, is that sexuality is a big part of who you are. It's a big part of your sign, and it's a big part of your inherent personality. If you are so focused on career, and so focused on life purpose right now, and so focused on all of these other things, that you're cutting off the very nature of your being, which is sensuality, sexuality, then you're cutting off a very important thing that actually has to do with your self-confidence. It actually has to do with fresh earth energy coming in. You know, you've got an abundance of new energy coming in. You don't need to block yourself with this card by not recognizing it and not really honoring that and being able to, excuse me, and being able to own your sexuality. Okay, does that make sense? Because it's really important here. This is kind of one of those cards where you think, what does this have to do with life purpose? But it has a lot to do with life purpose and career, because it has a lot to do with who you are as a person. If you cut off one aspect of yourself, then all these other aspects can't thrive. It would be like taking a hose, and if you put a kink in the hose, water still comes through the hose, but the water doesn't come through and flow as strong and naturally as you need it to flow. So if you are not taking time for the sexuality that you deserve, that your personality is crying out for, and you're ignoring this in order to pull all this other stuff off, then you've just put a kink in the flow of energy that you need. You need that flow open and clear. Okay? So, to recap, it looks like there's an ending of sorts. Okay? And because of this ending, there's a host of new beginnings. So it's not a bad thing, even if it's sad. You're going to have that urge with career and life purpose. Somehow studying is coming into play here. Studying and research. Whether it's actually going back to school or whether it's studying up on a subject that interests you, this energy is coming into play. We also have the fact that you have some unique ideas. There's some uniqueness about you that's going to come up and come open, right? Things that are unseen coming forward, right? And this is in the farthest most placement for the next couple of months. So coming along here, there might be a temporary delay, but the only reason there's a delay is so that you can gather all of this unique energy and these new insights and put them out into the world with regards to this new endeavor you're creating. Could be a new business, could be going back to school, could be a new job. Either way, you're going to have some unique insights that other people aren't going to have. And you need to remember to be confident about that. It's not strange that you have different ideas and are unique. It is what makes you perfect for whatever job or partnership or contract is coming your way. That's what makes you right for it, the project. That's what makes you right for it. Okay? 4 of Fire, you've got a celebration coming. Be happy. Go out and celebrate. It looks like there's a lot of work going on here. You're doing a lot of work. There's a lot of new things coming to you. So at the same time, if there's a celebration, go and celebrate. Be happy. Do not let this card and this energy behind this card take you back, okay? Ask for help. Ask your angels for help. God, Earth Mother, angels, guardian angels, animal spirits, or you yourself, okay? Or other people around you, family members, partners. You can't do it all by yourself. This is the card of you can try to do it all by yourself, but all it's going to do is block abundance. 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 There's so much abundance. It's so exciting. Okay? It's exciting. You need to get behind this. This card here could not be a clearer message. Infinite abundance coming your way. All you have to do to receive it is be open to receiving and be positive. And on a strange little note, don't block yourself by cutting an important part of yourself off in order to accomplish all of this other stuff. Okay? I sure hope this helped. It was an honor to do this reading for you. I'll be back in September to do another life purpose and career reading for September and October. If this really resonated with you, or you'd like to leave a comment, or as this unfolds, if any of these things, really these energies working for or against you are there, please leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Anyways, love and light always, and I'll see you next time.